Thanks, Corinne. I wanted to ask about this decision we saw yesterday in Louisiana on the White House contact with social media companies. Does the White House have a response to the judge basically saying that this is the most massive attack on free speech in the U.S. history?
So, as you know, DOJ is reviewing the decision, the injunction, and so I don't want to get ahead of what they will evaluate and their options could potentially be. So, I'm not going to get ahead of the DOJ. If you're asking me if we agree or disagree, we certainly disagree with this decision. And as I said, the DOJ is reviewing this, so I'm not going to get ahead of what their evaluation, what options they're going to potentially take on moving forward.
And does the president plan to make a direct appeal to Turkey or Hungary regarding Sweden's NATO bid?
Look, I think we've been very clear. I just laid out where our position has been. And the president has been very public, has been very clear about Sweden, and so I'm just going to leave it there. Don't have anything else to add towards that. I think again, having the prime minister here ahead of NATO next week, I think is important. But the president clearly has been very clear about Sweden becoming a member of NATO, and so we'll continue to be outspoken about that and continue to be public about that.
For calls to them.
I just don't have any calls to read out at this time, but I think you can see by the president's actions and his words, not just actions, that he's been pretty steadfast on saying that Sweden should become a NATO member as soon as possible. Okay, Tam.
How does the White House view the Quran burning in Stockholm, and whether that will affect the NATO negotiations with Turkey?
So look, I'm not going to get into the negotiations or any diplomatic conversations from here. Clearly, the burning of the Quran, as you all know, is something that the president would certainly agree is disappointing to see. But I'm just not going to get ahead of any conversations or diplomatic conversations being had.
Today, the Pentagon announced that it's taking steps to revamp how classified information is accessed after the leaks of highly classified information. I'm wondering if the White House has been involved in any of those conversations and whether or not there's any comment on those steps.
I don't have anything to read out on any conversations with the Pentagon. I would refer you to them.